is up, guys? It's Austin. I'm joined today by Brandon. Brandon, we appreciate you taking some time out of your day, man. Before we hopped on here, we're making some jokes about Brandon's shoulders just being absolutely ginormous, and he gave us all the secrets, but we didn't get that one on recording. So you're gonna have to talk to him about that one. But man, I really appreciate you hopping on. How's everything been going here lately, man?
It's been going good. A little chaotic, but good.
Busy and chaotic are always good problems. That means that there's some action being happening in the background. So always a good issue, man.
Yep.
Brandon, I gotta know, coaching world, how long have you been coaching?
God.
I mean, you can even walk
Over
me
like
through before you got
10
paid for it, because
years.
I feel like this is something you just love too.
Okay, so I've always worked in the like working for gyms and stuff. And
Okay.
then that was back in Florida. And then I moved here to LA in like 2021, I think, the end of it. And then I didn't really get back into it. I just kind of like, long story short, I just kind of like did my own thing. I took a break and then I came back to it in the private sector, meaning like I just did it for myself, which I had never done before. So that's what changed everything.
Wow. So you'd spent how many years were you working? Like, I'm assuming you're just like doing personal training at different gyms.
Yeah. And then I
How
ran
long
a
did you do that
gym
for?
5 to 7. 3 of the 10 probably were like unofficially training.
Okay. Okay. And then Roland, you said you managed a gym at that point too. And then from there, is that when the LA move happened? Was after that, after
Yeah.
managing?
Yeah, because I realized it was more business and not, wasn't fun for me. And then
Mm,
plus they were capped. I wanted to do online. I had the time to do online, but they had a non-compete clause. And I'm like, even though they were regional in Florida, they didn't care if I had a client in LA. They were like, no, can't do it. And I'm like, that's a little weird. Okay.
So you eventually said, "Okay, see you guys. I'm out of here." I mean, we had
Yeah,
COVID. You're managing this. I guess this had to be like right during COVID because you moved to LA in 21, right? COVID happens,
COVID
disaster.
didn't exist in Florida.
So y'all just went normal. It was like Oklahoma. It was just a
I
normal
mean,
day.
yeah, they were just like, no, we're not doing this.
Sweet.
Which I'm just gonna do. I'm like, okay, I don't have to wear a mask. Okay, cool.
I didn't realize it was like that down there. I mean, Oklahoma, everything was still normal. That's where I
I
was
think
at
we
the
only
time.
shut down like businesses shut down for like 2 weeks. That was it.
Yeah, same up there. So you were still rolling, Jim's still going. Y'all did your thing. What made you finally like? What was that final spark that was like, okay, I'm done with this? Was it I'm gonna go to LA so I can pursue this full time, or was it just I'm gonna go to LA and then I'll figure it out when I get there?
It wasn't the LA thing. It was I outgrew that city and I didn't know where I wanted to go. I wanted a bigger city, and the requirements were it needed to have a beach nearby and it needed to be south. Because I grew up in Ohio before Florida, and it was way too cold, and I'm never living in snow again. So they didn't leave me much options. They left me Texas, which I felt like was a lateral move at that time from Florida,
Okay.
very similar. And so I came out to
Wow. You said growing up in Ohio. Where at exactly?
a small town called Massillon,
Map me out, north, mid, or south. Where are
northeast
we at?
quadrant.
Northeast. So I was
I was
in
about
Cincinnati
45
for a bit.
minutes to an hour south of Cleveland.
Okay. I was in Cincinnati for not a whole long time, but I fully understand leaving Ohio. So
Yeah,
I don't blame you,
Cincinnati was
Brandon.
about 5 hours away, so I never went there.
You don't need to. It's okay. There's nothing else to see there. It's just another Ohio. That's all it is. No, that's awesome. I had no clue that's originally where you're from. I thought you'd been in Florida forever.
I was in Florida for 8 years.
Florida, then head to LA. Been in LA now for 21, 27. It's 4 years. Been there the last 4 years.
Should be 3 at the end of this year, or November this year.
I gotcha.
Was it already 3? Hold on. Maybe it was. Maybe I'm on 4. I don't know.
Maybe this
Time
is 4.
flies.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Goodness. You get to LA, so take the transition. Do. You get out there. Did you already have your clientele built up at that point? Or I mean, you had the non-compete, so I don't know what you really could do when you got there.
No, they didn't
What did
really
you do for
enforce it or
your thing when you
anything.
got there? Okay,
It wasn't like, oh, you can't do anything for another year after you. No, they didn't care. As long as I worked for them, I couldn't do it.
gotcha.
No, I had no clientele built out here. So I
So you
started
just
in
like up
person.
and left.
Yeah, so everything happened really fast. I joined, I don't know if anybody's familiar with Self-Made Training Facility. It's a big brand now. It's like getting bigger. The way it works is it's rented by personal trainers
Okay.
for like one flat rate, and then you can have as many clients as you want. It's an in-person gym. And that's where I started in 2023, September. And I've been there since. And then I came here because of someone that I worked with, which was Heather, recommended AR Funnel. and that's how I got into this.
No way. So when you were at Self-Made originally, were you just doing in person or had you already been doing some
I
online as well?
tried to do in online, but it. I learned very fast that it's like another beast. Like it's nothing like in person. In
No.
person, I'm good at. Like I was already set, I was good, and then I slowly realized that. Well, no, fast. I realized why so many people end up transitioning online because it's exhausting. You're maxed
But
out at how much you can make, and then you're
mhm.
tired. If you're making good money, you're fucking tired
You're probably training clients at 4:35 in the morning and you're probably not getting done
every
until
day.
8
I
or
get up
so
at
at night.
4:30 every Monday through Friday. And I have clients until 10 a.m.
I owned a gym for a long time, so I fully understand the struggle there of the hours. It's just yeah, I don't know if
It's
I'd
not
ever do it again.
necessarily
It was great, but
not the morning people. I love my morning people. It's now they're split. Now I have some stragglers in the evening, and
mhm.
it's like I'm back there again.
Yeah. It's like, when do you actually have time to go do anything? I don't really know if you do because it's like
Midday.
do this and then you get an hour or two break, go kind of try to get groceries, laundry, this, that, yeah, and then it's right back to it.
Well, I do the laundry on the weekend, and the groceries I have delivered.
Hey, there we go. That's the trick.
Yeah, and then I have about I'm done at 10 a.m. most days, and then I don't go back until 3 p.m.
Okay,
So
so
I
you have a nice little
have a
break in
big
there.
chunk. Yeah.
Between those, so rolling, so you're still doing, you do some in person, you do some online. How have you gone about splitting the two with that? Like dedicating time towards each. What have you found to be beneficial?
Hiring other people to help me, like with content and VA.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
That's
because
how
I was
that's the
doing. I'm
trick.
stubborn. I did it all myself, and then Dallas taught me that I need to start hiring people. That I can't do it all
I love
myself.
that. I love that. Because you were here at the Lead Summit.
I
You got to
was.
hear everybody go through everything. Like it was, man, I got so much out of that. I actually had a couple buddies that came down. I was like, hey, they're still in college. I was like, y'all need to know this stuff. Like, this is what y'all want to do. You need to come to this. I would have killed to go back in time at 20 years old and understood even a fourth of what was said at the Lead Summit, man.
Yeah, I
I
literally was.
cannot. I wish.
I was actually. I met Will there. Will. I don't know how to say his last name. Last name. I don't know if it's Italian.
Yeah. FT
Yeah,
full-time pit coach.
yeah. And I had a call with him yesterday, and ever since his like talk, I was telling him yesterday. I was very confused by your talk. Like 75% of it, I didn't understand, but made me realize I was like, I need to understand this.
Yeah.
So I ended up going with him yesterday. We had a
I
call.
love it. I love it. I've been devouring his school group, just taking every possible free resource. I shot him a message the other day and I was like, dude, this book list is he had a whole bunch of the books that have just been impactful for him over the years. And I truly believe that leaders are readers. I don't necessarily love reading, but I love the results that reading brings. So as a young kid, that was kind of drilled in my head, and I still go through at least a book a month. I think it's great. So I loved having his list on there.
I've
You're
noticed
gonna have to
I'm
keep
not
me updated on
reading.
that though.
I'm not getting content ideas. The more I read, I'm like, oh, this could be content.
Yeah. It can be like, and it's so weird because it doesn't matter if it's coaching, if it's business, if it's, I mean, shoot, I've even found things from fiction world that like come out and I'm like, whoa, there's this new idea that I never had thought of. I love that. You're gonna have to keep me updated on on how all that goes.
Yeah, I
I've
just
been wanting to talk to some FTFC people.
yeah. I was actually on the call with Mike Krausen earlier today, or no,
Okay.
yesterday before that, and yeah, I asked his opinion on him, and then I asked Will, like, and I just ended up going with Will then because it was everything I needed. That I needed a system
Hmm.
checklist, and AR Funnel gives you everything and more. But the thing I need is written down step by step because there's always so much to work on with AR, and it's like, okay, where do I start?
And that's what I love about having the collaborations is because of that. I feel like it takes this beast of a system and is like, okay, probably go to here, and like here's your order of operations.
Mhm.
Because it's same people they've already done it. They've already walked through the same processes, which I love. I love hearing that, and just it gives me a lot more like relief as well. Because I mean, we get to see you in chats, and like I get to pop in on office hours here and there, and can see you coming in always at answering questions, and so it doesn't shock me to see you still like continue like, okay, how can I grow? How can I grow? How can I grow? And so to pair up with them, dude, I'm excited
Yeah,
for
I
you with
needed more
that.
of a forward facing, like he's not the software. And I love, like I said, I love AR Funnel. It's helped me so much, but it's a little bit more software than it is personally. that makes sense.
Yes,
So Will's going to take everything that I learned in here and kind of tweak it specifically for me.
absolutely. I think that's where the deadly combo is. I mean, if you just have flour, does that really do anything? No, you got to have the sugar with it too. So I think that's the combo, man. Got to ask, when it comes to coaching, what got you into it? Like, why did you choose to pursue this? I mean, there's a million different options of things you can do. You said, I'm going to coach.
Okay, I'm going to tell you this, and I'm not looking for any kind of sympathy or pity from anybody. But
Okay.
it took me a long time to realize my pain and my struggle in life was my best asset. So
Mm,
I had seizures for 28 years of my life, and they got progressively worse as I got older. So I'm living in Florida, no family, and I'm having them every 3 months for a month on, and then like not having them for like 2 months and then back again. So you can't drive during that. So like I've had to start jobs, quit them. Like I was barely making anything. But the one thing that I had was the gym. I literally would walk there just because it was all I had. And like I honestly think the gym saved my life because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that. Not to get like, depressing or anything,
no.
but like I said, I'm
Oh,
not
that's
looking for
good.
sympathy. I took that pain and I was like, and started becoming more honest with everyone. I'm like, I've been through hard shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
so I don't want to hear your excuses of like, I don't have the time or, it's hard. Like, I don't care for it, because I did it with very little.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and it's just, plus I've always loved working out. It's been my thing. It makes me a better person. It's not about the way I look. It's about like creating that discipline and like I become a better person mentally from it.
And I feel like so many people that maybe aren't into fitness or this that there, they don't understand that. They might look at it like it's just vanity or this that there. It's like no, like I fully relate to you on that side of it. It's like I love who I am from working out, not necessarily just looking at the mirror and like, oh, cool, that's great. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I like that, but I know the internal processes that it took to get to that. That's like I ran a half marathon this past weekend and like sitting there just absolutely suffering in the middle of the desert. It's the country. My wife's we're at our in-laws and I mean I'm just out on dirt roads, like 13 miles on the dirt road by yourself. You have a giant pity party for yourself along the way. And then eventually you get done and you're like, man, okay, I did this. The same can be said like in a session, you go in for a leg day and it's like everything's already all hell is already broke loose for that day. And it's like you can either show up and still put in the work that day, or you can sit there and look at it and then leave and be like, okay, I just got beat by today. Like there's so many opportunities always to re-engage with the self, I feel like, when it comes to training in whatever aspect people want to train with.
Yeah, I think a lot of people that are starting off think it's like going to be easy. It's not always easy. I don't always want to go to the gym, but there's been days like it's far and few between now, but there'll be days I show up and I'm pushing myself to work out. I get one exercise in and I'm done. Like I'm like I can't do this. I have nothing in me, and I leave. But at least I showed up because then it keeps
Yes.
it momentum,
Yes.
and then I
That's
just
like
make it.
who was I cannot remember who this was. This is years and years back. Why do I feel like this was like Mike Robertson or somebody in the strength conditioning world? Was just saying like if you don't feel like it, just go to the gym, show up, and just start your warm up. You get done with your warm up, you don't want to do anything, cool, leave. But you showed up. That's
But
the big
ninety
thing. Is like you
percent of the
have to keep
time when
showing
you
up.
start it, you end up finishing it.
100%. 100. But there will be that day where you come in, it's like, shoot, man, I remember like a month ago, we came in and with this big session plan, and I go and I hit like some hamstring curls, some leg extensions, adductor, abductor, abs, and like leave. Like a top set of everything. Like, all right, I'm out. It was like 25 minutes. It's
But
like,
how
yeah,
many
that's all
times
I
have you
needed
been to
today.
the gym because you didn't want to go, and then you're like, oh, I don't know how I'm gonna get through this, and then you start it, and it ends up being the best workout you've ever
Best
had.
session ever. 100%. Like, and you never know which one's going to come. That's, I was talking to my mom last night and I was like, it's so weird. I feel like that it's like a thirds thing. One day might be really shitty. One day is going to be kind of normal. And then one day is going to be great. You might have two shitty ones back to back. You might have two great ones back to back. But inevitably, it's always going to be kind of a third of every. Not just training wise, but the day overall. Like you might have great check-ins one day and it's your favorite clients. And then the next week, it's like your favorite clients now are like effing everything up. And then the rest of the days effed up. I'm just like, what is this? But then you can reassess in that moment and remember, like, oh, yeah, it's just that day. That means tomorrow is going to be a really good one. And then just continue to walk through it, which I feel like the gym really helps repattern.
Yeah, exactly. If I don't have the gym in my life, everything else falls apart. Same with like eating. If I didn't have my own coach, I would easily fall out, and like it's like a snowball effect. Then, like took me
Yeah.
this many years to create this discipline, but it goes away so fast when you don't follow it.
And Brandon, you're speaking. You're speaking. I feel that one. That's when we moved down here, me and my wife to transition, to work at AR, like sold our gym. Is like Jokingly, I sent in a letter to Mike and Baker with Ronnie Coleman on the cover, squatting 800 pounds. Like, I'm just like joking, like, wait, you want to really come down here? I was like, man, let's do it. So we get here. The first week, it's like I just knew immediately, like, we have to put everything together, because if not, I'm going to be freaking out. Do you find the same struggle? Like, Brandon, like, if I don't have mine, like, bases, I just feel like it just feels crazy.
Yeah. No,
Like, I need that structure.
I feel like I'm a little autistic, and I'm not even joking. Like, because anytime I'm off my routine, like just coming to Dallas, and it wasn't specifically Dallas, any kind of travel that I have to do, I hate it because I'm completely off and I don't feel like my person.
Yeah.
And then the whole time I'm there, I'm like, I just want to go home.
No, I love that, man. And that's like genuine honesty. Like, and I'm the same exact way. It's like, I told you, we got to go see our in-laws. Like, I was so happy to see our family and like get to be around everybody, and, just slower pace. Like, Dallas is a lot faster than like where I'm originally from. Like, my wife graduated high school with like 22 people in her class. We come from a super, super, super small town. It's like you go back and like you talk to the cashiers and like everybody knows everybody. I was like, man, this is kind of nice. Like, I forgot how much slower the pace was. But then I'm like sitting there, I'm like, well, okay, but I need this tomorrow morning. And then, okay, the family's going to be up until like 10:30 tonight. Like, I want to be in bed by 9. Like, that whole just like that stays in the back of the mind. Is there a way to get that to like quiet down when we travel and go do stuff? Or is it just that way? I haven't found another way to
figure it out. You let me know.
Hey, I'll try, Brandon. I'm trying always, but I haven't figured it out yet.
So Dallas, I haven't lived there, but I visited there. I assume it's, from where you were before, it's a lot closer to the lifestyle in LA, but LA is by far like constant. Everyone here just on grind. And I've implemented that. It's addicting. It's, I don't know how to describe it. So it's a very fine line of like, where are you going to get burnt out and, gonna go crazy, or like keep pushing.
Yeah.
So I was just talking to Will about this yesterday when I was like, yeah, let's do it. I'm like, I have a bodybuilding show in June, which means I can't do shit right now. So I'm like, this is the best time to just knock it out of the way. If I sit here and I have to be left with my thoughts, I'm gonna want cheap food.
Yeah.
Like, keep me busy.
No, I love that. Where are you competing at in June?
Austin.
What's the show?
I always forget the name of it. Something Garcia. Adela Garcia, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
What show number is it for you?
Austin.
How many shows have you done?
I've done 0.
Wait, this is your first show? No freaking way. I never would have guessed that.
I've done contest preps before, but I was going to do one in Florida, but then the last minute I was like, you know what? I'm leaving. I just need to get this over with. And then I was like, I'll start it when I get back out there. 2 months turned into like 2 years. So
no, dude, you're going to knock it out of the park. You're going to kill that show.
Hopefully.
I didn't realize you were coming up. No wonder you look so freaking lean right now. What, 12 weeks out?
I think I'm 11 or 10.
Yeah, you're a great
I still
spot.
Got some more to go, though.
You're going to be
just like fine. On the line. I've been trying to figure it out. I'm like, okay, I'm losing about 2 pounds a week, but I'm still, last week I was 226, and I'm like, okay, I think I got this. It's going to be tight, but I think I got it.
Dude, you're going to be fine. You're going to be totally fine. When you go back in time, like looking through the years, who have been the people that have been like your biggest inspirations, whether this be like mentors or people you're watching, or, who's had the biggest impact on you in the world of fitness?
That's a good question. I don't think it's specific people. I think it was just following a bunch of people here and there and listening to coaches over the years, watching, their content before I even decided to hire them. And I think it's also me starting to hire them, and then like the first one I didn't really finish, so I was like, okay, that was a waste of money. And which I'm finding out from other business coaches and like picking their minds, that's normal. It's normal to have like about 4 or 5 to finally get to where you want to go.
Yeah.
So you're also like, you make that mistake, that you fail, and it's like, okay, you could either give up or you can try again. And I decided to keep trying again, and then like the next one was better, and then I learned more with the next one. And now I have Will. So I'm going to learn even more with that one, which makes me a better person. It makes me more money because of the money I put down. I use that as a tool because I'm like, I have to make this work now.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I fully get that. That's I lived in our gym for 3 years. Like, it wasn't like I'm going to be so cool and I'm going to live in the back of this. It's like, no, I didn't have another choice. Yeah. But it was great. I remember I paid a coach. It was Justin Mahaley at the time. I was getting ready for my wedding, threw $3,000 on a credit card and was like, either this freaking works or this is the dumbest mistake I've ever made. And that was the best thing I've ever done. Like the best thing I'd ever done. I did everything to a T. I can still sit here and go through the protocol freaking gram by gram on the meal, every single supplement that was taken, because you're so much more dedicated. Like I think, it's reap little, sow little, or
Mhm.
sow little, reap little. Like you have to invest in the things. And so that's just very reassuring on your side, saying, you have gone through different coaches over time. And it's like, we say it's a fail or it's a loss, but I feel like that's the win, because you still get back up. It's the
Yeah.
person who
And
does
it's
that.
not
And
even
then it's
like
like,
I'm blaming those coaches. It was more so
no.
me.
Yeah. Yeah. And I
Wasn't
felt
ready.
that I've been in
Looking
the same
back, I just
position.
was not ready for it. Even though you
Mm.
want it, doesn't mean you are gonna do it.
Just because you want it doesn't mean you're ready for it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
mean,
good,
as a
Brandon.
coach in fitness, I see that all the time. People will, want to do it and then they ghost. And it's like, well, you just said you wanted to do all this, and then it's like they don't really want it.
Yeah.
If they
Yeah.
wanted it, they would have do it.
Well, I like that. I like that. Brandon, I got a couple more for you. One of the big ones on top of my head that I've got for you. What was the biggest hesitation you had before actually joining AR?
For sure, the self doubt always kind of creeps in. It's like, can I do this? But then it went away pretty fast.
You get in, you jump in the water, inevitably find out you can always swim, is what it seems like.
Yeah, much. And I've learned that
No,
about
you've tried enough different things and gone through enough different stressors. I mean, you're having seizures. Like that's the impact of the psychological stress that happens to the brain, to the body, this just systemic stress overall that comes from that. Like you naturally are able to handle more stress because of that. I know that sounds terrible. Like on one side, it's like, man, that sucks. But on the other side, it's like, no, like you're a more resilient human being because of that. Like
yeah.
someone who hasn't gone through that can't quite handle that as high of stress as you'd be able to.
Yeah. You know what? I do have an answer for your question now. That was like, who inspired me? Perfect answer for that. The old me.
There we go. I like
Like
it.
I did it for him.
I love that. And I hear you say it, like I know you truly mean that. That's why I'm like, I really like that. Like, no, you truly mean that.
Because that person didn't think he could do it, but I'm doing it for him. To
I
show
love
him
that.
that, yeah.
I love that. What's been your biggest win since joining AR, Brandon?
Oh, the knowledge that I've learned. You can't put a price on that.
I love that. I love that. I mean, it's like the thing, like you take full advantage of every resource I feel like you ever utilize. Like you're in the chat, you're asking questions, you're at the lead summit, like you're constantly evolving and growing. And like it inspires me to, continue to want to do the same. And I know it's got to inspire all those around you and those that you get to help as well, man. So I really appreciate you.
Yeah. Thanks. I appreciate you guys
Absolutely.
too. Yeah, I'm like a sponge. I need to just anytime I have a chance, I need to absorb it all. I might not retain it all, but I need it all.
Brandon, any last things you'd say? It's like looking back over time before you actually went all in and said, okay, I'm going to coach. What would you tell to somebody that's in that same position right now?
If it's your dream, don't ignore it. And you'll know it's your dream pretty fast because you'll find yourself always trying to make it work. It's not always a linear path. It's, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, constantly over time. And I think it's just entrepreneurship in general, but you're not going to stick with it if you don't love it.
What's the statistics? Like a year or something? Like most people are done within a year?
I'm not sure.
I always hear something about it. I got to figure that out. I got
earned
to
it.
find that one.
Yeah.
No, Brandon, I really appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Taking the time out, as always, it's always great to get to hear from you, and just glad to get to tell you finally that that you not only do you inspire me, but I know that there's so many around you that you continue to do the same for. So really appreciate you, man.
Yeah, thanks.
And hey, best of luck at the show.
Thank you.
We'll see you soon, Brandon.
All right.